was all because of this heavy, wet snow and the ice that built up on our power lines, built up on branches, trees, limbs.
While most Upper Peninsula communities weren't the hardest hit in this ice storm, many were certainly not spared. Over 30,000 customers across the UP were out of power at one point, but that number is steadily falling. And while utility crews are hard at work, a lot has to go right for them to make progress. We spoke to We Energy's Allison Troy and Mike Formansky, general manager of the Alger Delta Electric Co-op, about their efforts to turn the power back on. With a weather event like this, they said the biggest hurdle might be that it's not over until the ice says it's over.
They'll finish a job, and then a few minutes later, a tree farther down the line will come into contact with our equipment.
There was one, probably several, but one that I noticed. We restored it twice yesterday, and then it was back out again this morning.
And that's just one of a handful of speed bumps energy companies have to take in stride. Before they can even get to that point, they need to ensure well ahead of the storm that they will have enough utility crews to handle the job. For We Energies servicing parts of the western UP, the fact that their company is spread across Michigan and Wisconsin gives them some much needed flexibility.
We also were able to move some of our crews that are located, down in southeast Wisconsin up to the UP to be ready to respond. So we truly have hundreds of line workers working around the clock.
For smaller operations like the Alger Delta Electric Co-op, that entails keeping an eye on the weather and recruiting contractors to be on standby.
Move too quick or grab too many that you're paying for guys to be available, and then if the storm doesn't develop, you pay them to kind of do nothing. Versus if you wait too long for the storm to actually hit, then it's hard to get guys.
Through the challenges, both companies are saying they're getting the job done as fast as they can.
We expect to restore power to at least 80% of customers in the UP by today, and the remaining customers by tomorrow.
I'm thinking it's going to be a couple days. On the far end, I'd probably say 3 days.
Which might be just in time for the next winter storm headed our way. True to form, Mike said they're already bracing for the worst case scenario.
We're probably not going to let that help go until we see what happens Tuesday night into Wednesday with that weather event.
In Marquette, I'm Skylar Perkins from IUP News.